So the CIAA is a meaningful driver of economic impact. We've touched on that. It brings in visitors, it creates jobs, it supports our local businesses. The success of this tournament and the partnership with the CIAA, it represents shared values, a commitment to equity, economic inclusion, cultural celebration, and community pride. But there's one thing that should not go unnoticed, and I want to be very clear about this. Baltimore is basketball. I wish I had the time, but I don't, to talk to you about all of the basketball legends that call Baltimore home. But going back, the heritage of the Dunbar poets, the legacy of Sam Cassell and Mello, the Dome. I mean, there's so much history. Baltimore is basketball. So at a very fundamental level, this makes a lot of sense. Now, hosting the CIAA is, and to pick up the three-point theme, is kind of like hitting a step-back three from half court. I say that because it's a win for the CIAA, it's a win for Baltimore City, and it's a win for the state of Maryland. Now, as an economic developer, I'm excited about the impact of this tournament, but what also should not be lost is that this is another opportunity for Baltimore and the state of Maryland to shine. And we're going to continue to do just that. This is an opportunity for people from far and wide to come to this wonderful city and experience its charm. And they're going to discover all of the greatness of this city. And they're going to go home to their communities. They're going to talk to their families. They're going to spread the word. They're going to become champions of Baltimore, and they're going to become economic ambassadors for the state of Maryland. And that is a beautiful thing. So thank you again for this opportunity. The state of Maryland is and will continue to be a partner in this effort for many years to come. And at this point in time, I'd like to introduce the fabulous president of Bowie State University, Dr. Aminta Bro. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Secretary Rice. Thank you for being here. Please give the Secretary Coker our best, and thanks for being a part of this wonderful team. I am Aminta Bro, the very proud 10th president of Bowie State University, the oldest HBCU in the state of Maryland. Any Bulldogs in the house? BSU. I love that excitement. Thank you for bringing it here today. Thank you for the support that you have given to the CIAA. Know that on behalf of the board of directors, we are so very thrilled to have this day come about. For the last 4 years, I've had the distinct honor and privilege of serving as the chair of the board. And I'm really thrilled that we are here today to make this announcement. You just heard the big news, and we want to keep this excitement going. On behalf of BSU, the host institution, and the entire board of directors, it is indeed my great pleasure to help welcome you all here today to celebrate Charm City, but celebrate what this partnership has meant to the CIAA. As you've just heard, we have this great announcement, and what this does, it marks the next chapter in the history of the CIAA. We have a long and distinguished history, and you are part of that history. I want to thank the elected officials who are here today, and for those who show up throughout the year, coming to support our universities and making sure that you see what we see every day as presidents on our campuses, the excellence that we have on our campuses. I do want to thank also Governor Wes Moore, who has led this great state of Maryland. Give him a round of applause. He has been a steadfast advocate for our students and higher education. To Mayor Brandon Scott, your commitment and hospitality have helped make Baltimore feel like home for us. You know, our HBCUs were all about that love and sharing that love. and lifting each other up. And you have truly done that and shown the hospitality that has brought this about, this wonderful, exciting announcement today. Thank you for your leadership. Please give Mayor Brandon Scott another round. Al Hutchinson, what can I say? Your passion and your dedication have been instrumental in elevating the CIAA experience. Yes, we didn't know what to expect when we went into COVID, but you know what? Somehow you came together as our institutions do, and you found a way out of no way. So thank you, Al, for your vision, for your leadership that has made this all possible. Please give Al Hutchinson a round of applause. There are a lot of folks in here, and I also would like to acknowledge a former attorney, our Lieutenant Governor, Boyd Rutherford, for your leadership. You do show up. You're on the court. You're cheering on, I won't say the Bulldogs because I'll get into trouble in here. You cheer on everybody, right? And so we're really excited that you're here today. Thank you for continuing to come back to support the CIAA. Please give him another round of applause. And thanks to all of our sponsors. Thank you for what you are doing to lift up the CIAA here in Charm City. And I have to acknowledge our amazing leader, our commissioner. Isn't she amazing? A lady, she does it in heels. We know what that's like. Give her another round of applause. Because of you, our commissioner, you know, we are so very proud of our conference, of our institutions that have deep roots and an even deeper impact because of your leadership. You know, your leadership has been visionary. It has brought this moment about, but throughout the year, you continue to ensure that we stay focused no matter what is. The world is changing. We know it is changing, but she has kept her eyes on the prize, and please give her another round of applause for her strong, strong leadership. You know, each year, in February, our student athletes, alumni, fans, and families, we return to Baltimore to celebrate the best in Division II basketball and the very best of who we are as a conference. From the high-level competition on the court to the vibrant cultural experiences throughout this city, the tournament has found its ideal home here. Baltimore has become a second home for our institutions, our alumni, our fans, our students, and you have welcomed us with open arms, a vibrant culture, unforgettable food. Yes, we all love the Bay. We know that we love that Bay seasoning on everything, French fries and everything. And the kind of hometown pride that makes the city the ideal host. Baltimore is truly a place where the spirit of the CIAA has flourished. And this tournament isn't just about basketball, though you hear a lot about basketball, and yes, the mayor does compete with our fellow presidents, and I'm going to take back what you said now and make sure that they know who won that game, okay? But it's more than just about basketball. This is about a legacy. It's about a legacy that we take with great pride to carry forth, making sure that we're opening opportunities up for our student athletes, for our historic institutions to continue on, lifting up the communities where we are and here in Charm City. And I want to invite every one of you to keep coming to the CIAA. Bring some friends along. Let's fill up those seats in the CFG arena. Are you with me? Let's fill up those seats. I want to thank you for our sponsors who continue to lift up our institutions. And what I want to make sure is that we always, throughout the year, unite to make sure that our student athletes have a way forward. Let's celebrate together in February. Join us as we continue to make history here in Charm City. And as Baltimore's own Earl the Pearl once said, just give me that ball and I'll make something happen. So we're going to make something happen. We've been making it happen together, the CIAA and Charm City right here in the city of Baltimore. On behalf of Bowie State University and the Board of Directors for the CIAA, welcome to today's event, to this announcement, and keep coming back to the CIAA. So with that, I want to turn the microphone over to our new Vice Chair of the Board. Please help me give a warm welcome to Dr. Brenda Allen, President of Lincoln University.
Thank you, right? We'll start that one, right? 1854. So I just have to add for Dr. Bro. It's a pleasure to be co-host. Want to say that I am the 14th president, though, of the first degree-granting historically black college in the nation. We don't want to get that one twisted, right? So I'm just here to add my excitement to the CIAA staying in Baltimore. And although Lincoln sits about an hour up the road in Pennsylvania, Baltimore, Lincoln's roots in Baltimore are long and deep. I took a minute before I left my office today to just go back to some of our historical records, and I can find Baltimore residents in our record of students all the way back to the early 1860s. And so we have been educating individuals from Baltimore for as long as we have been an institution, and that is some 171 years. In fact, one of Lincoln University's most beloved sons, the late Chief Justice Thurgood Marshall, is also the beloved son of Baltimore. And I'm so proud to say that at our past commencement exercises in May, we made your governor a part of our legacy as well. So he is now a son of Lincoln University. But I should say, following the footsteps of his grandfather, who also graduated from our university in the 1940s. And so to be back in Baltimore, co-hosting the CIAA, is just exciting for Lincoln. Lincoln and Baltimore is home to Lincoln just as much as Philadelphia is home to Lincoln, because both of those cities have played a big part in sending their students there. But more than that, when we come to Baltimore, and I should say, we hadn't won a CIAA tournament ever. And since we've been in Baltimore, we've won twice, right? So there's something about Baltimore and Lincoln University that we are so happy to be back in Baltimore. And so we're going to see what we can do for the next, what do we have, 4 more years? And so I just want to say I am so happy to be back in Baltimore, knowing that we'll be here through 2029, and dare I say, beyond. You know, there's something about the legacy of the CIAA and the legacy that it can make in a city that has just been so great in embracing us. And one of the things that has been so important about having the CIAA in Baltimore is the reception that we get from the people. When the CIAA comes to Baltimore, we are embraced everywhere that we travel. So whether we stay in the area and go to the arena, or whether we venture out in the city and go to the restaurants or to the stores, people recognize us, people welcome us, people embrace us. For a long time, we didn't have that. And so when you really receive that kind of love in a true partnership with a city that's not just making a way for its own economic development, but understands how important it is for what we can bring to the city of Baltimore and for the citizens of Baltimore. And so as I said, Baltimore citizens have been coming to Lincoln for 171 years. We want to make sure that Baltimore citizens are going to our HBCUs for another 171 years. And one way that we do that is by having a presence in a city where they can see us in the most positive light, and they can see their way to the things that can actually lead them to a better life. And so if we bring anything to the city that helps its residents, for me, that's part of what we want to do, even more so than basketball. So I am happy to be back. We'll be right across the street at the Hyatt again. If you want to come to a real party, come across the street to the Hyatt. But look forward to being back at the end of February. And again, thank you, Visit Baltimore. Thank you, Al. Thank you, Mayor. We love it here, and no one's more happy that the CIAA is back in Baltimore than Lincoln University. Thank you.
I grew up in the Baptist church. I just want to say amen. Yeah. So thank you, Dr. Allen, Dr. Bro. Let me just go backwards really quick. The mayor's leadership has been impeccable, but the financial investment from the city is equally as impeccable. That's very, very important. We're thankful for that investment. The state, Secretary, Deputy Commerce, Secretary Rice, thank you for the state's financial commitment. And now the other piece of the puzzle is the private sector commitment. And then before I bring up a great person to talk about that, let me just reflect again on some of those numbers. This past year's tournament in 2025, This tournament brought $27.4 million in economic impact to Baltimore. That's a big number. Almost 1,500 jobs are associated with the tournament being here over that 5-day period. Almost $20 million in direct impact spend in Baltimore, and $4.9 million in city and tax revenue left here because of that tournament. That's a big financial story that we want to tell. It's more than that, but that is an important part of this story. And the last thing about the numbers, 92 vendors, all black businesses, got almost $1.5 million in support for this tournament, so that's important too. So in order to pull off this kind of big event, we have to get the private sector involved. And so Zach McDaniels, who has done a great job of helping us raise money along with Angelica, but we had to do it with some great leadership. And Brian Pinnock has been one of the biggest cheerleaders and fans of not only the CIAA, but also of Baltimore. And we couldn't raise the money from the private sector without co-chairs, and Brian is one of those co-chairs. We're so grateful for his leadership. But he's not only about his leadership, but he's a friend of Baltimore. And so the president of Care First, I want you to come up, Mr. Brian Pinnock, because he's done a great, great job of helping us here in Baltimore. Brian.
All right. I love the energy in this room. You feeling it with me? But there is something special about the love between Philly and Baltimore. I'm just going to say that out loud. And I do want to start out actually by saying thank you. Thank you to the commissioner. Thank you to the university presidents for loving us, believing in us the way that we love you and believe in you. This is a unbelievable journey that we've been on since 2021, and I could not be more excited to know that it's going to extend into the future, and a shared perspective on what the future should hold. And when you think about this relationship and how it got its start, it's really important that you ground yourself in what's most important. And you hear words like legacy and leadership and community. But I promise you, these are not just words. These are shared values. These are promises that we make to one another. These are beliefs that serve as the foundation for a future that everyone in our community deserves. That's what we're celebrating here. That's what we're celebrating here. That's what we're building together. That's what makes this so special. That's why you see the love and respect on this dais and at this podium, because there's a connection that's been made here that understands that, yes, this is about world-class basketball and world-class competition, but this is also about building communities, understanding what's most important. And in this moment, particularly in this moment, reminding ourselves that doing what's right more often than not tends to be the smart thing as well. And we're doing the right things together, and we're doing smart things together. And you've heard people reflect on the impact that that's made on community. More than $100 million of economic impact in this city. And a celebration of the assets as a city and as a state that we bring to bear, but also a recognition that it is the community that moves us. It is a joy to be a part of this. It is a joy to invest, not just a business as Care First, but as a person. So I'm excited for what the next 4 years hold. Even more so to see friends and partners who I know will continue to lean in with us. I see Mark from the GBC, I see Carrie from the GWP, and there will be more to invest. Last year we raised $1.6 million, not just in scholarships, but on a down payment of the future. And next year we intend to raise $1.7 million. And the business community will continue to lean in because it is the right thing and it's the smart thing. It's a future we can be proud of. It's an economy that will grow. It's a community that will flourish. And so I'm excited to be here today, but more excited for the journey ahead. Now, it's difficult to talk about world-class competition and world-class performance without talking about the world's greatest performance brand. I had an opportunity to get to know our next speaker for a few minutes before, and I will introduce him as father, as future investor, and as director of sports marketing for Under Armour, Eric Abagu.
I'm excited. Appreciate the time here. I got to put on my glasses. I know you look young, but these eyes ain't what they used to be. Brian, I really appreciate the introduction, and more importantly, your leadership. Care First continues to show up for Baltimore, and it's partners like you that continue to move the needle for this great city. So thank you. Round of applause for Brian. And I would be remiss if I didn't give a round of applause for all of the speakers that have spoken to this point, and the consistent themes that you're hearing about the future, the legacy, and truly building Black excellence. I'm honored to be here today alongside the CIAA because what we're announcing, what we're building, it isn't just about partnerships. This is about purpose. This is about alignment. And this is about impact. Purpose, alignment, and more importantly, impact. At Under Armour, we believe in doing hard things the right way. We're born in Baltimore, built from nothing but grit, sweat, and belief. There you go. And we've carried that same energy into every relationship that we take on. And that includes our great partners in the CIAA. This is not a transactional partnership. This is transformational. This is not about putting logos on jerseys. We're here to build pathways for athletes, for students, for leaders who are reshaping what Black excellence looks like. From classrooms to boardrooms, to championship courts. The CIAA doesn't need a spotlight. Frankly, they've earned it. Our role is to invest, to support, to elevate. Because what these institutions stand for, equity, access, and opportunity, is exactly what the world needs right now. This isn't charity. It's about commitment. This isn't a one-off. It's ultimately about legacy. This is a win for Under Armour and the CIAA. Yes, it is. But above all, it's a win for Baltimore. The energy of the tournament that you can see in this city is real. You feel it. It drives dollars, foot traffic, visibility, and most importantly, pride. At Under Armour, we firmly believe that you build where you're planted. And Baltimore, this is our soil. We are proud to keep showing up here, proud to keep investing here, proud to keep believing in what this city represents. This extension isn't just a contract. It's a commitment to doing the work, the real work. Supporting institutions that are building leaders, creating culture, driving impact that lasts beyond the scoreboards. Because leadership isn't about where you sit. It's about how you show up. And at Under Armour, we are showing up with purpose, with urgency, and with the long-term view of the future. This is what it means when you say, excellence is earned, not given. Before I close, I want to recognize somebody who's been instrumental in making this partnership what it is, and that's Zachary McDaniels. Zach has been an engine behind most of the progress here, quiet, steady, and relentless. He's connected stakeholders, kept momentum, and made sure this tournament continues to leave a meaningful impact and footprint, not just in sports, but across the city. Thank you, Zach, for all that you've been a part of. In closing, so what does this all mean? It means we're not done. It means we are doubling down on what matters, on impact, on opportunity, and most importantly, on Baltimore. The CIAA is a movement, and we are proud to be in that arena with you. Let's keep building. On behalf of our founder and CEO and my good friend Kevin Plank, and all of the teammates around the world, we want to thank you guys all for this opportunity, and we are truly privileged and honored to be in this fight with you and to be partners. So thank you. You already know. Somebody said it. Somebody knows.
Good afternoon. To the Commissioner, Board of Directors, Presidents, thank you. To the City of Baltimore, we did that. We did that. I'm going to be just acknowledging some folks who helped us along the way. Former Mayor Catherine Pugh, who sent a guy to my office 8.5 years ago with an idea. And just be careful who you let in your office. It costs you a lot. Mayor Jack Young, Council President Mosby, Comptroller Henry, to all the Baltimore City Council members, thank you. To former Governor Larry Hogan, Lieutenant Governor Rutherford, and the entire Maryland General Assembly, thank you. Especially the Maryland Legislative Black Caucus, thank you so much. To our host committee, our local organizing committee, our fundraising committee. Thank you. And I've been blessed to have some great fundraising chairs. Initially, Calvin Butler and Michael Henkin, and most recently, Janet Curry and my good friend Brian Penning. You know, they take hours out of their schedule to make phone calls, to show up for meetings, and especially Brian. You know, I gotta especially acknowledge Brian because Brian is taking it a step further. His office is almost intertwined with our operation. He's dedicated tremendous resources to help this effort. So again, Brian, thank you. Thank you so much. To Shalonda Stokes, Mark Thomas, the folks at the GBC, thank you. Mark and Shalonda accompanied the Mayor Al and I down to Petersburg, along with Lester Davis from Care First, and we made the pitch. And I think we did pretty good. You did all right? Okay. To the governor, who has supported us before he was governor, picking up the phone, making phone calls to assist with fundraising. Thank you, Governor. And thank you for sending Steve with the check. Thank you. To all the city agencies, from DPW to Rec and Parks, thank you. Thank you for making the city warm and welcome, especially to the Baltimore City Police Department. Thank you. Many of you may not know this, but throughout the year, the city is coordinating with every chief of police on a college campus so that when the CIAA arrives, they understand the protocols, they understand where everything is, and it's seamless. And Baltimore City Police Department have done a great job. Great job. To all of our small business partners, thank you. You know, one of the things that Al and I wanted to accomplish was to make sure that you felt it, that you weren't left out. And hopefully we've accomplished that. To all of our volunteers, we have hundreds of volunteers, coordinated by Ms. Dion from Fulton Bank, who works around the clock to make that happen. Thank you so much. You know, and this last person I want to acknowledge is Al. You know, he's worked very hard. He's got on my nerves. It's always in my pocket. But he has done a tremendous job for the city of Baltimore, and we owe him a debt of gratitude. It's easy to work with somebody who loves what they do, who's good at what they do, who makes the people around them better, and that's Al Hutchison. Man, thank you. To the people of Baltimore, when we pitched this, originally we had to overcome a lot of stereotypes. Commissioner can tell you. But you have showed up and showed out in a way that's bringing those folks back. So thank you, Baltimore. Thank you. To our staff, the staff of Visit Baltimore, Angelica, Sanjay, thank you. You make us look like we know what we're doing. To the staff of CIAA, thank you. It's almost one seamless team, and we worked hard at that. So thank you, Commissioner and Marcus and all the team from the CIAA. So we got it. Now what are we going to do with it? We're going to take it to the next level. When we first pitched the CIAA years ago, Al came up with a slogan. The slogan was raising the game. And each and every year we've tried to do a little bit more. And we've done a lot. But we're going to do even more. And that's with your help. So I look around the room, I see LaRon, I see Zeke, I see all these folks. It's your obligation, I'm putting it on you, to help us take it to the next level so that these student athletes get an opportunity that they rightly deserve. I'm going to end with this. Baltimore, you're a very special place. You're a very special people, and I love you. So before I sit down, the mayor and I was talking a couple nights ago, and we decided we was going to do something, a little something for Al. And so, Mr. Mayor, floor is yours.
We did a good job of sneaking this in. He has no ideas, right? So, for those of you who don't know, Al will be leaving us. He won't be leaving Zach and I. Al's from the same place that my mom's from, so even if he goes home, I know where to find him. But, Al, we want to thank you for your years of service to the city of Baltimore, which you have done a phenomenal job, such a phenomenal job that when I was, we recently had a budget to pass, discussing the budget with some council members that I won't name. People said, who was at Visit Baltimore before Al? They have no idea who was there. That's how great of a job that you have done for the city of Baltimore. But we wanted today to give you an official mayoral salute. On behalf of the citizens of Baltimore, I am pleased to salute my friend, Al Hutchinson, in recognition of your 8 years of exceptional service to the city of Baltimore as president and CEO of Visit Baltimore. During your tenure, Baltimore has cemented itself as a sports and entertainment destination, bringing in large-scale events like the CIAA and others. And under your tenure, Baltimore's tourism also bounced back from a pandemic and is set up for future success thanks to your dynamic leadership. Over the last 8 years, you have served Baltimore and its residents admirably, and I commend you for your invaluable guidance to the mayor's office. On behalf of the citizens of Baltimore, I want to thank you for your steadfast commitment to our city and best wishes in your future endeavors. Congratulations, and thank you, Al Hutchinson. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Can't say what I just told the mayor. I'll just say thank you. I do the work because I love the work. I don't do it to get recognized. I do appreciate it, Mr. Mayor. Zach, you still owe me $10.99. Look, I've been here now since 2016. I love this community. I love Baltimore. I love my team at Visit Baltimore. And I always say this, and I believe this. I gave everything I had for Baltimore, every single day, all day. And I hope that, Baltimore has taken it to take it to the next level. This is a special, special city. And we got to fight every day to tell that story around the world because people don't know what we know. And we don't want it to be a secret. We want people to feel the love of this community. The people of Baltimore, I always say it as I travel around the country, they love this city. I love it. And I'm always have Baltimore with me. And it's all about going to kick butt every single day and make this place better for everybody. So, Mr. Mayor, thank you, my friend. I'm humbled by it. Zach, thank you. I'm going to keep giving you a hard time. You can trust me for that. But I love you guys. And we need to continue to lean into love because to me, that's what it's all about. It's about love and it's about leadership. And so I'm grateful to be on the team and just say thank you very much.
Just stay right here. So Al is transitioning to a consultant. That means I can really get on his nerves now. And the Visit Baltimore staff, they're around. Make sure you introduce yourself to him. Kareem Swinton, who is head of sales for Visit Baltimore, will be acting until the mayor does what he's doing. So please introduce yourself to Kareem. If you have questions, stakeholders will be available on the side for questioning. Thank you so much.